I assume you're happy that it's no longer legal for a health insurance company to discriminate against you women by charging you more than they charge men. And President Obama likes to point that out.
You can't be charged more if you're a woman. Those days are over.
Yes, of course I'm extremely happy. And as I said before, as are the men in the women's lives. Now, I come from a family, and I think many people do, who my mom put our health care before hers. She put my dad's health care before hers. I think there are many women. We're not going to the doctor more, and we should not be charged.
But that's
we
the
should
point.
not
What do you
be
mean?
charged.
Wait a minute. Hold on here. The CDC says even excluding pregnancy visits, women were 33% more likely to visit a doctor.
Do you want to live in a country where you charge women more than men? Is that the type of country you want to live into?
When it comes to insurance.
We have differential insurance rates.
That's not the country I think that most families, and especially, again, the men who support the women in their lives, want to see.
So you and I should pay the same car insurance rates and life insurance rates?
Well, I don't know if you're as good of a driver as I am, John.
No, there's
I'm charged much more because men, on average, have more accidents. And you get to live 7 years longer, so you pay less for life insurance.
The gap is coming down, which is concerning.
But prices exist as a mechanism of reflecting a certain reality. How much supply, how much demand, how much need, how much expense. It's just as when you go to work for somebody, what you get paid is a function of whether you add more value than it costs them to hire you. Similarly with insurance, is what you're going to cost the insurance company more or less, statistically speaking, and there's reams of data on this. And it's not just...
I guess what we're saying is that when a woman gets pregnant and needs to go to the doctor, she did that all by herself.
No, we're saying that a woman tends to use a doctor more, but you also know that a woman is paying less for her car insurance and she's paying less for her life insurance, and she pays less for other things. And maybe, according to you, we should be paying more car insurance and we should, so that young men don't have to pay nearly as much as they do, and even older men don't need to pay as much. Because
car
under
insurance has nothing to do with it.
It has everything to do with it.
Car insurance isn't a similar issue?
Car insurance has nothing to do with the pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness.
Jammu is willing to stick men with additional costs and not have parity there, but she wants men and children to pay for the costs of older people and women.
I'm glad. I thought your organization represented women, but I'm glad you're the spokesperson for why men are being so screwed by our health insurance.
No, what screws up health insurance is third-party payers and inaccurate reflection of actual prices and what people actually want to purchase. It is being required to pay for things that you don't want, and it is being covered in a way that gives you no responsibility for your own choices.
It is in the best interest of our society that women are healthy, that we have access to affordable health care.
I agree.
It is in the best interest.
The car insurance and life insurance,
not just the women, but again, the men in these women's lives.
We don't disagree on any of that.
This is one of the most well-supported parts of the Affordable Care Act.
That's because people who don't understand insurance are supporting it.
Let me just close. When the Titanic went down, there was that moment where they said, women and children first. Is that sexist?
Yeah.
Children, I understand.
There's sexism way throughout our society, but I'm also from Texas, and I will sit here and admit I like a door to be open for me, and I hope that's okay.
Thank you, Jammu. Thank you, Heather. To keep this conversation going on Facebook or Twitter, use that hashtag War on Women. Let people know what you think. Coming up, the difference between the sexes. What exactly are the differences? How real are they? But next, the pay gap. Women earn 77 cents for every buck men earn doing the same job. That seems very wrong.
Use your mind. They never give you credit. It's enough to drive.